Vaccines are one of the most important medical inventions in history because they protect us from diseases before we even get sick. They work by training our immune system, like showing it a wanted poster of a virus, so it can recognize and fight it quickly in the future. This is important because prevention is much easier than treating serious illness. Thanks to vaccines, dangerous diseases like smallpox have disappeared and others like polio are almost gone. They save millions of lives every year and help people stay healthy long term. In cities like Tijuana, where many people travel daily, vaccines are especially important because they stop the spread of germs and protect the community. Looking ahead, new vaccines technologies could protect us from many diseases with just one shot or even help fight cancer, making the future of health even better.
Research section Penicillin. Description of the problem the invention solves. Before penicillin was discovered, bacterial infections such as pneumonia, sepsis, and infected wounds caused many deaths. There were no effective treatments, and even small injuries could become life threatening. What is the invention? Penicillin is an antibiotic discovered by Alexander Fleming in 1928. It is a medicine used to treat infections caused by bacteria. How does the invention work? Penicillin works by stopping the growth of bacteria. It destroys the bacteria cell walls, which causes them to die. This helps the body fight infections more effectively. Why is this invention important? Penicillin is important because it was the first effective antibiotic. How does this infection help people in their community in Tijuana? In places like Tijuana, penicillin helps treat infections quickly and affordably. What impact could this invention have in the future? In the future, penicillin will continue to be used, but scientists are developing new antibiotics because some bacteria are becoming resistant.
Description of the problem the invention solves. Before bionic processes were discovered, people without limbs were limited on their normal life. With this invention, activities can be way easier. What is this invention? Bionic prostheses replaces lost limbs. They were developed gradually by many engineers, doctors, and researchers over time. How does this invention work? Bionic prosthetics are artificial arms or legs that don't just replace a missing body part. They actively respond to your muscle and nerve signals to create more natural movement. Why is this invention important? This invention is important because it can change the entire life for the person by giving a limb back. How does this invention help people in their community in Tijuana? In places like Tijuana, bionic limbs can change a lot of people's life, and it can change the medical world in Mexico. What impact could this invention have in the future? It can impact by making a change of all Mexico, giving a technology that can change people's lives.
What is it? Anesthesia is the name given to the medication used to make patients not feel pain when surgeries are being done. It was used professionally for the first time on 16 October 1846 by dentist William Warren and surgeon John Warren. How does it work? In most cases, anesthesia creates a sleep-like state when given to the patient. All this because of the combination of medicines called anesthetics. While on the drugs, you don't feel any pain because anesthesia works by interrupting nerve signals that carry pain, usually by attaching to nerve cells and stopping the brain from receiving those signals. Why is it important? Before anesthesia was discovered or used formally, surgery had to be done quickly, and the patient was awake during the entire operation. Many patients ended up with trauma because of the extreme pain that they felt while being operated on. After anesthesia started being used, operations became more easier to perform, and doctors could make more time, which improved surgeries and medicine in general. How does this invention help people in the community in Tijuana? Anesthesia makes operations much smoother and painless. It can also save lives. This applies worldwide, since anesthesia is accessible and necessary in hospitals around the world. What impact will this invention have in the future? Its use will remain the same, and it will continue saving lives in the future. Anesthesia may become more advanced and completely painless. Surgeries might be developed. However, in the short term, anesthesia is and will be useful in many different ways. Yeah.
What is the issue solved by the defibrillator? In case of sudden cardiac arrest, the defibrillator assists when the heart has stopped beating normally. The heart is not pumping blood throughout the body. What is the invention? A defibrillator, especially AED, is a medical device used to identify person's heart rhythm and to deliver an electrical shock when needed. How does it operate? The pads of the device are placed on the chest of the individual to analyze the heart rhythm and evaluate whether an electrical shock is required. The AED provides verbal instructions to enable the rescuer to correctly execute the correct steps required. Why is this an important device? The AED can allow the heart to turn to a normal rhythm during cardiac arrest, and therefore, the quicker an AED is used, the better the chance of survival. How would this device benefit Tijuana slash the community? AEDs would assist in saving lives at schools, in malls, at sports centers, and other public places while waiting for emergency service to arrive. Future potential. If AEDs are put in more public places and more people are educated on their use, lives could be saved. I don't know.